ever second stage of the Global Champions League. Landing in Mexico City, this sprawling metropolis, home to millions, brings us here for this second stage of the tour. We started off in Doha. We've literally come across to the other side of this world. It is colour, it is excitement, it is vibrance that makes this venue so very special. Completely different as well on the turf this time, putting away the sand arena of our first venue. So who will be the victorious team? Well, only one way to find out for all of this competition as we unfold the second stage of some fabulous team battle for the Global Champions League. Now this is one many eyes are going to be on. London Knights, last year's champions. Olivier Philipparts and Nicolas Philipparts, I think we're into 5th place in Doha in the opening stage of the competitions already this year.
Yeah, absolutely, matching their result in the Global Champions League Super Cup in Prague last December.
So Olivier Philipparts to go first with H&M Extra, and then Nicolas Philipparts to go second with H&M Chili Willy. Ben Mayer also on the squad here this week. He jumped individually earlier on. Now, interestingly, he went round with a clear round just inside the time. There is Ben, but he knows he's got 2 strong ones here as well. So Olivier Philipparts to go first of the 2 brothers. 2 very strong either way, whichever you look at it. Now, again, a couple of clears and suddenly 4 as a team score will make a massive difference when the best score, as you say, in the clubhouse at the moment is 13. See a substantial shift. And that was where London Knights was so good last year, not only in terms of putting in the wins, but also their fabulous ability to be able to recover when they, they're only 1 fence away from the lead. I mean, we're into teams here that could actually win it. 2 clears here, you finish on a score of 4. Remember, it was a winning score of 6 here last year. Okay, the time's not as tight as it was in last year's competition, but there's nothing to say any of these teams on the 4 might not be the winner. It's going to be a tough one with 7 teams coming on 0. Olivier not going racing, but keeping a nice, good forward pace about this all the way. Just a little touch on the front there.
So London Knights' time on the first day with the 4-4 total put them in 11th place. So it would be quite the achievement to come up from 11th, but it's very easily done. And one of the other things that London Knights proved last year, not only in their fight back, but one of the ways they fought back was not only jumping clear, but jumping 2 pretty fast clears and really climbing up thanks to the clock. 69.72 today, not our fastest clear, but good enough. An opening round there for London Knights. For Olivier, can twin brother Nicolas seal the deal and keep them on a 2-day total of 4.
Standing room alongside the arena. Nicolas Philipparts, H&M Chili Willy. It's an 11-year-old Mike Casal. Grand Prix winner for him last year as well. Chantilly.
Yeah, between Global Champions League and that win at Chantilly, a couple of other podium finishes, equal second at Madrid. Nicolas had a super season with us last year. And it's one of the teams we also highlighted because we step up to a roster of 6 this year, and that's the only change the London Knights have made, was bringing in 1 more rider. Otherwise, same 5 that won the series in 2018.
Oh, hesitant. Costly.
Team total of 12. Berlin Eagles breathing down their neck in the clubhouse on 13.
And again, this is where teams are going up and down, shifting around. Unexpected score with Olivier Philipparts having got the clear in first. Nicolas just dropping back on the 8. At last, he's going to be okay for time. He'll clear it. But he puts, well, an 8 on the board that he didn't want to see, and means an overall team total of 12 for the London Knights. How that will finish up in the overall shake-up, we don't really know yet, but generally, what are we looking at? 4s and 8s in the scores. I've only seen Constant Van Passion with a 12, which I say, I'll tell you why I'm saying that, because I'm thinking the score, teams that have a score of 0,
yeah,
that 12 is going to be probably beyond finishing in the top few.
Martina riding on this team for the 3rd year in a row. And the team that picked up 2 wins last year, both in Germany. Hamburg and Berlin, and Peter de Vos delivering the clear they needed on both occasions as well for the win. Now Athena, you know, she could very easily come home with the time fault, but if she can be relied upon today for the clear, Peter de Vos is a man who can go clear and inside the time, which would put Saint-Tropez Pirates on a team total of 5.
Yep.
Looking at that, you know, possible outcome.
Started quickly, just steadied a little coming into this line. But there was a huge part of their team last year getting those really solid rounds in for them. Real, what they call in other sports, percentage player.
Yeah.
In there.
And also interesting what they've done here with Edwina and California. I mean, her Miami Grand Prix winner from 12 months ago, stepping aside for going global. More often than not, last year Athena was one of the day one players for them, and that was not a pole they wanted. Yeah, you can imagine the coach in the locker room saying, just go in there, jump near clear. But 4 for jumping, 2 for time for Athena, and that now, the second time fault could make a big difference. It's a team total of 10 already. If Peter de Vos was unlucky enough to have a pole, they would tumble 2 places down straight away behind the London Knights and Berlin Eagles.
Yeah. Just a little pull behind. Close look at it, picks up neatly, just gives it a tap in front, but just not quite getting away with it. So second rider for the Saint-Tropez Pirates was an unbelievable form yesterday. Peter de Vos winning a top class, going last in the big jump off class yesterday, and turns the 15-year-old Espoir today, but yesterday absolutely threw it down to the world's best and confirmed his space amongst them.
Yeah, and put a lot of the credit for that down to the support from this Mexican crowd. Very different in terms of pace across the ground to his jump-off win yesterday. A big striding horse. I think Peter is still got exactly the tempo he wants to try and get it around inside the 71 seconds time allowed.
Even if they can finish with the 10, it'll keep them there or thereabouts of where they almost were.
Well, it'll guarantee them a top 10 result today and points for top 10. Oh! At the very least, it just got the hind end working a little bit harder over the skinny fence. And he comes home 67 seconds, 67.91. So Peter de Vos will find his way through to the Grand Prix, I'm pretty sure. And he's going to guarantee Saint-Tropez Pirates points for top 10. Somewhere inside that top 10 today. The Hamburg Giants, a new team on the roster last year. Still really looking to post a first good career result.
Yeah.
And today could be the day because it's very, very open. These 7 teams on 0 have perhaps had a little bit of pressure taken off them, as their nearest contenders are now on a team total of 10, and that's Saint-Tropez Pirates, as we were just saying.
Really interesting. Hamburg Giants, complete new team this year. Total change around in the squads. Top to bottom. Simon Velez, Bart Bless, Matilda Carlson, Orenhoff, Schumacher, and Alfredo Hernandez on the squad for them this year. Teams before now for Monaco Aces and others, being quick but effective, and again that one just comes into play. And just again, it comes on a slight curve down there, and the angle of accuracy is smaller and smaller all the time. So 4
5. Not what you expect from Simon Delestre to be caught out by the clock as well. Usually one of the fastest riders in the sport. Simon and Bucelle de Ville with the 5 faults. I say certainly when he was coming home on 4, that was no need to worry. 4 faults as a team total could win this. 5 could be 1 fault too many.
For the Hamburg Giants, Simon Delestre, their first rider.
So Bart Bless is going to take up the second egg. There's no change at all for the Hamburg Giants horse or rider from day 1. And Bart jumped double clear across the 2 days of Global Champions League competition. Once again, we just see this bottom corner of the ring over by the starting beams. A little bit spooky for the horses. The riders have all the experience in the world to step in and reassure them to come and take on this metre 55 specification track. Bart had with his other horse, the Grey, had a top 3 against the clock here earlier in the week at the Campo Marte as well. Really brave ride against the clock from the Dutchman too.
Jumps this combination together in Doha as well on the opening stage. Jump around for clear an 8 on that occasion, so wouldn't want to follow that pattern here.
First part of that GCL double was the first time they so much as touched a pole. This horse is jumping spectacularly well.
Just risks a little tap at the final fence, but it is clear there for Bart Bless and Israel van der Dinnehoven. Produces a double clear for them in the competition so far.
Yeah.
So it gives a score of 5 for the Hamburg Giants.
So comfortably in the lead, as I say. On 4 faults, they were breathing right down everyone else's neck. They were putting pressure on everyone else to deliver a final day, 2 riders, 0. With the time fault from Simon Delestre, they may have just left the door open.
Yeah.
But we might just have seen our winners. Yeah, for this team, Monaco Aces, some faces from the 2018 roster, some new faces, and we have 2 of the new faces with us here, Jos Verlooy and Laura Kruid, both moving to Monaco Aces for 2019. Both jumped clear on day 1 on these self-same horses, Igor and for Laura, Ceremony.
Igor certainly is top ride at the moment, Rotterdam Grand Prix winners, and he is going at this at quite the pace. Should suit them. Nicely done on the spot. Oh, no, doesn't get away with it. Front feet on it.
Should Hamburg Giants start rubbing their hands again? They're on 5. Jos Verlooy, number 1 rider for the Aces, has already pushed them up to a total of 4.
Home with the clear and then hand it over to Laura Crouch. If she can get home with the clear, then they're still very much in a good position. It would just squeak them ahead of the Hamburg Giants. And so on a score of 4 for Jos Verlooy there and Igor, Laura Crouch will then be up for the Monaco Aces. Now remember the leading score at the moment, Hamburg Giants, a score of 5. We mentioned that time fault of Simon Delestre. This is where it really starts to play into it.
Now the best team score is 5 from the Monaco Aces.
So second rider up is certainly a lady you'd want into this position. It is Laura Crouch and the Old Willow Farms 12-year-old Ceremony. Inspired by Zero, that was her ride as part of the World Championships last year, as she part of the squad that jumped off against Sweden to claim the gold medal for the world title. So they've got all the credentials.
And from Hamburg Giants' point of view, Laura Kraut riding for a steady clear, if that's what she decides to do, and doesn't look like she is. I still don't think Laura Kraut is going to get a time fault riding at what Laura Kraut considers to be steady.
Yeah.
But the pole is gone. Hamburg Giants remain our leaders. Monaco Aces on 8. Any more faults, and they drop further behind Saint-Tropez Pirates.
Surprising, one of the few to have had that fence down. Going on the outside line. Team score of 8. As you say, Giants stay there for a little bit longer. 6 was the winning score last year. 8 before that. Aiming to just get home with one rail down, which she will. 67.39 and finish on a 4. It's 4 apiece for the two riders for the Monaco Aces, so a team score of 8 still puts them into second place at the moment. Saint-Tropez Pirates on the 10, sitting in third. Hamburg Giants still leading the way on a score of 5. Simon Lest and Bart Bless with just the 5. And interesting looking down their scoreline, because the rest of the scores from them were all clears. It was 3 clears and a 5 in there, but it all counts. There, Axel Valoy, father of Jos, and big part of the team. You'll see them going into second spot on a score of 8. So first away for Shanghai Swans. This is where they've made the change. Shane Sweetnam rode on the first day. He jumped clear with Kershwasser ICF. Daniel Deusser coming in with Callisto Blue. The multiple World Cup winner over the winter. And again, a little like those that watch the individual competition, someone like Beezy Man, this is a man in a similar class, just that natural, faster rhythm. Doesn't get himself flustered or out of pace on the way round.
No, class is the exact word. And actually, the Shanghai Swans, when they won in Saint-Tropez last year in GCL, they were the first ever team to win a competition on 0.
As I say, last time around it was 10 teams on a 0 score after day 1. Shanghai Swans were the only team to come out with a 0-0 score, and I would be not surprised to see it go in a similar direction here. Now it is for the Hamburg Giants. Ooh, that one could make a difference. On the 4, again, one that's not gone too often. I was looking down that line thinking we're fairly home and hosed at the moment there are the Giants.
You know,
Simon Delest could be yet.
When we talked about this format and we said every single round of jumping counts, my goodness, doesn't it? Daniel Deusser, Callisto Blue, stepping in vice Shane Sweetnam for day 2. And it looked a done deal.
Didn't look a bad spot particularly either.
No,
just
a flat shape to the jump.
Clear from their second man, Peter Fredriksson. However, it's not really about what's gone, it's about what's to come.
Yeah, 2 more teams waiting in the wings, hoping to finish on 0 or close to it. Shanghai Swans, if they can finish on 4, they'll go into the lead for the moment. It relies on this man, Olympic silver medalist, European champion Peter Fredriksson.
Similar bracket, podium finish last week in the World Cup finals indoors. Grand Prix winner last year on the tour. Again, cool, calm. He had his notes out earlier on. Got a quick look at those.
He probably does a couple of sketches in the corner as well. An incredibly accomplished artist amongst everything else.
Yeah. Again, you see he's just taking a fraction off all the time in terms of time. He's going to come inside here. And knows that this could come down yet to a race between these final few teams, because if either of those final 2 teams, well, if both those final 2 teams had a fence down as well, this could be the difference between winning and losing 2.
This final line is certainly for a podium. It's for the lead at the moment.
On to the finish for Peter Fredriksson, and he does what he does best. 66.02 clear for the man for the Shanghai Swans this year, and he's certainly going to rise gracefully amongst there, and it is going to put them in the lead. Hamburg Giants there, Simon de Lest. They just knew they couldn't quite hang on. Here's the team that will come in with their second win of the season. 2 out of 2 for the Shanghai Swans, and already getting their ducks in a row. There we confirm it. Shanghai Swans will win on the 4. Lowest score so far to be the winning score here in Mexico City. Just that one fence down. Hamburg Giants finishing on a total of 5. Monaco Aces on a score of 8. Saint-Tropez Pirates 10. London Knights on the 12s. Berlin Eagles will finish in 7th. New York Empire, good lift from them to finish on a score of 16 to 8th place in the end. And Paris Panthers with a big surprise to go in the wrong direction, I'm afraid, to finish in 15th. And they're the rest of the midfield finishers for this leg of Mexico City. Leg 2 of the Global Champions League. So Shanghai Swans then, they get the double top points, 60. Well ahead of the rest at the moment. New York Empire 35, as are Saint-Tropez Pirates in second in the championship and third respectively at the moment. Only 1 point back from them are the London Knights, but the Shanghai Swans have definitely put some distance in there with 2 wins. It's a long season to come. Just 1 point back, the Hamburg Giants and the Monaco Aces on a score of 33. Back we go into the rest. At the bottom of the table, I'm afraid, at the moment is the Prague Lions. I would see them lifting off there later on in the season, I'm sure. And Paris Panthers didn't go well today, I'm afraid, and doesn't help the overall championship score overall as well. So let's find out from our double winners, the Shanghai Swans.
Peter Fredriksson, congratulations being part of Shanghai Swans, second win of the season.
Thank you very much. Really happy.
Tell us a little bit about it. You know, first of all, when Daniel had the pole, what did you think?
Well, I knew I had to make a clear round, and we had the discussion before, me and Shane, that it was good that I went a little bit for the time, and I went inside to the double verticals, and my horse jumped great today.
We saw, you know, everyone add something to their score today. How did this feel? Was it, you know, team pressure plus an increased course?
It was quite the big track, actually, I must say. And for a speed class, it was quite a big track. And of course, the pressure of the team and everything adds up. And that's what makes it so good.
It's an amazing start to the season. 2 wins out of 2 legs. Can you keep the momentum going?
That's what we're going to try to do. Keep this. It's a good start. We'll try to hold on the whole season.
Brilliant. Congratulations, Peter. We'll let you get back on board and join Daniel for the awards.
There we go. Hats off, quite literally. And another very good finish for this team. There we go. Right, we're around. No. Hang on.
Well, we'll see in just 7 days' time whether they can make it a hat trick.
Yeah. Too late. Champagne a go-go for the afternoon. And, well, better late than never. Second victory for the Shanghai Swans. A change of rider, it all makes a difference. But the star strikers coming out once again. Peter Fredriksson, Shane Sweetham and Daniel Duysa, solid as a rock all the way through there. No double clear this time, but enough to take the win and lift the trophy here in the stunning, vibrant Mexico City.